What's up, YouTube? It's the XC Finish Trader here, bringing you my 2012 September ban list predictions. I know I did one for March, pretty much just a rant about how I thought the ban list was fake, that they leaked, and that certain things should have gotten hit, but they didn't. So hopefully this time around I'm actually right, at least on hopefully half of this. Alright. Let's get started. First, with banned, all we have is Feature Fusion getting banned. Now, I know a lot of people are saying ban BLS, but the thing is, currently in the meta, it's not terribly difficult to deal with BLS. He's only a problem when your opponent swarms the field with other boss monsters. Because we have Dark Hole, Effect Veiler, Solemn Judgment, two Torrentials, Compulse, Deep Prison, Mirror Force, and it's not really that much of a problem, in my opinion. Limited, we have Light Pulsar to 1. Everyone says Darkness Metal, but if we get Light Pulsar to 1, then Darkness Metal isn't really that big of a problem, because what other dragons are going to summon? Dark Flare, who isn't really that much of an issue. Inzektor Dragonfly to 1, for obvious reasons. Logia to 1, just because he's pretty much a Solemn Judgment. The ones with stars next to them, or asterisks, are cards that I'm not 100% sure on bringing back to 1 or to 2, but just test it out. Rescue Cat. I know a lot of people say, oh, Rescue Cat was banned because of X-Sabers and Glads. Well, Glads are tier like 3 now, and so are X-Sabers. And now with the ruling change on Dark Soul, which if it's the same Dark Soul sent multiple times, you still only get 1 search. Not much of an issue, plus it also pushes the Xyz thing. In my opinion, Rescue Cat's just like a tour guide, except you have to tribute it off, which since priority's gone, it's not even as broken. Then Wind Up Carrier. I know everyone's saying Hunter or Rat. The thing is, if you hit Carrier, who's their searcher, you stop the loop. That's the whole problem. You can have 3 Rat, sure. You can have Hunter, I don't care. With Carrier at 1, you're going to discard at most like 3 cards if you do it right, and that's about maximum you can. Which you're probably only going to get 1 or 2 discards. Next is a personal opinion of mine of Imperial Order. Yes, it negates the effects of spells at the cost of 800 life points per turn, but it's global. It's pretty much Royal Decree for spell cards, but you have to pay to keep it on the field. And I've seen a lot of people saying, oh, put certain things like Super Poly to 1, or Emergency Call to 1, Drag Down to 1, which I have. 1 Day of Peace to 1. Well, Imperial Order kind of stops all of that. And it even stops Hornet, because Hornet is an equip spell. So, yeah. At least I think it stops Hornet. I'm not sure if it'll be the same as with the cost of tributing with, like, Card D versus Veiler, where Veiler negates the whole thing where you can't even attempt to activate, which I'm assuming that it works similar to that, but not sure. And then Drag Down to the Grave, for obvious reasons. Your opponent gets to see your hand, discard something they don't want, set what they don't want you to see, and then you have to discard a Dark World. It's a +1 to discard from your hand. Depending on the Dark World you choose, it's a +1. And then they're also drawing, so it's a potential +3. So even Pot of Greed's only a +1. So that's kind of a reason. Next is semi-limited. I have Deep Sea Diva, just because of the whole Aqua starter deck coming out, the Atlanteans. I've made a deck on Dueling Network with them, and Deep Sea Diva is just amazing. You summon her, you get an Armsman, normal summon Pikeman or any other Sea Serpent, Xyz for Gotchi Gotchi, and then set back row and pass turn. And also with Spine Gilman with Pikeman, or Pointman, I think. It only gains 800 attack if you have a Fish, Sea Serpent, Aqua. With 1400 normal. If you have Spine Gilman out with it, it's gaining 1100 just because you have Spine Gilman. Plus with Legendary Ocean, it's gaining 1300. So it's 2700 beater as a level 3 with Legendary Ocean making it level 2. So Diva kind of should get hit, in my opinion. Next is Rescue Rabbit. I've been saying this for the entire format. Rescue Rabbit is more broken than Rescue Cat because you have to get a specific type and maximum level for Rescue Cat. You have to get level 3 or lower beast types. Rescue Rabbit, you can get any vanilla you want. It doesn't matter the level, the attack. As long as it's level 4 or lower, you can get it. And that sets up so many opportunities with with Logia, Dolka, even the Evil Swarms coming out, or the Vers monsters. Black Whirlwind to 2, give Blackwing some support. Some people were saying bring Gale or Kalut back. Problem with Gale is its effect is just too broken. Also to special summon itself, if you have another Blackwing, it's just too broken to have it too. And Kalut, if you bring Kalut back, you're going to have to somehow bring Honest back, because they're essentially the same. Next is Emergency Call. It's pretty much Rhoda, but specific for E-Heroes, that's why it's only at 2 and not at 1. Next is Mizuki. Give Zombie some support. I don't really think he'll have much of an impact at all. Next, and then I have Herald, not Herald, Agent of Earth, and I chose this over TG Striker just because TG Striker has a bit more versatility and combos and synergy with almost any deck you put it in, when Earth is specific for agents. So I thought that was a bit more balanced than bringing back TG Striker or both. Then Formula Synchron, I don't really think it matters if it goes to 2 or not. And then Neospacian Grand Mole, just to slow down the meta a bit. It's not seeing play at all, and in my opinion, it's a bit better than Spirit Reaper, because it can get rid of the pesky Zen mains. It's compulsion monster form, so if you want to summon it, it's going to waste your normal summon and then get bounced next turn. You want to summon it again? Okay, waste your normal summon again. So it's not as broken as people think if it was at 2. And then Unlimited, I just have Summoner Monk, just because it goes with Xyz and Synchros. You have to Dispel as a cost, Veilers negating it. So then here I have a list of cards not to touch. People are saying Royal Oppression. If Royal Oppression comes back, we're just going to have a complete anti-meta format. And that's just too slow than what most players want it to be right now. BLS is fine in my opinion right now. DMOC, some people were saying bring back. I was agreeing with them until I remembered, oh hey, we have Monster Reborn and Call of the Haunted is at 3. With Call at 3, you're going to be special summoning that thing a lot, which makes you get a lot more spell cards than what you should be allowed. So DMOC can't stay right now since Call's at 3. Tengu, I don't think we should touch it at 3 just because attributing and the seals coming out, so Seal Void Calcos, combos would just get too broken with that. D-Draw at 3, people were saying, oh, it won't be too bad. It will, because of the whole, Elemental Hero Dark Fusion. With D-Draw, you're going to be fueling the Darks for it. And then, if you're just running the basic Stratos Alias Hero engine with Gemini Spark, yeah, you're going to be able to Light Dark for Chaos Sorcerer BLS, get the Dark Fusion or the Shining. So D-Draw stays at 2. And Tour Guide. It's not going to get touched. Veilers, Solemns, it's 1,000 attack point monster. It does nothing besides get a Sangan that people use as a material and won't get a search from. Which people are also saying ban Sangan. There's no point to ban Sangan. And these are 3 cards that I want to be able to hit on the ban list just because of the OCG. But we can't really hit them because their decks haven't been able to do anything yet in the TCG. First is Heretic Seal of Convocation. That's the Rhoda for Heretics. Heretic Atum, just because it's pretty much the wind-up Zen Carrier. Not Zen Carrier, the wind-up Carrier. Plus 2400 attack, and then you can use Gaia Charger to overlay on it. And then Smeltering Heat Transmission Field. That's the card where you can send 2 Lavels from deck to grave. And with the Lavels that are out there, when they're sent to grave, you send another, and then you send another one of that, you send another, and another, and another, and then you get your second from the spell. So you're sending 5 cards to grave to fuel your main combos from 1 spell card. And, alright guys, that's the list I have compiled for you guys. I've been watching a lot of other people's lists, I went on Dueling Network and looked through every single effect monster, synchro, fusion, Xyz, ritual, spell card, and trap card. I went through every single usable card besides vanillas because those don't really ever need to get hit. To look at what could be hit, I looked at all the top tier decks. I made the standard deck list for them, and I compiled this ban list based off of that. So let me know what you guys think, and remember to comment, rate, and subscribe. Thanks, guys.